Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So today let's talk about the proper mindset for Dhamma workers or people who serve in the Dhamma or Dhamma servers. This giving Dhamma service is one of the 10 meritorious deeds in the Buddha's teaching. In the Pali, in the Buddha's language, we call Vyavacha. Vyavacha means a service. So when we are giving service in the Buddha's dispensation, we call Vyavacha. So either you give service as a monk, as a nun, or you may give service as a layperson. So this is called Vyavacha. So what are the things that we need to know when you do such a service? First thing, you must know what are the true benefit you want to give to other people. It's important when we give service of Dhamma service, of course we want to bring good to people. So but what good are we going to bring to people? So you need to know the relationship between the Buddha's teaching, Dhamma, and the welfare you can produce for other people. So what are the welfare? Now, all beings, especially the people, they need anything, It's actually, people don't want suffering. People want happiness, right? Everyone is looking, all beings, without exception. No being wants suffering. All beings want happiness only. So how can we give happiness to people? Because of Dhamma. So you need to understand the relationship between the Dhamma and the true benefit, so that you have a confidence. Oh, now we are sharing this Dhamma with people, and when they get this Dhamma, their life will change. They will find happiness, and they will overcome their suffering. So in order to have that kind of confidence, to know why is it important for people to receive the Buddha's teaching, you must be convinced first. And how can we be convinced? First thing, before we give any service, be a beneficiary of the Buddha's teaching. You must benefit somehow, some kind of benefit you must receive from the Buddha's teaching. Of course, the highest benefit is Nibbana. The highest benefit is attainment of the path and fruition, enlightenment. That's the highest benefit. But before you come to that high benefit, some kind of benefit we must receive from the Buddha's teaching. For example, the benefit of letting go. Being able to let go can reduce a lot of our suffering, can increase a lot of our happiness. Then the second is like cultivation of love, loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. How can this benefit us, change our life? We need to know. So some kind of benefit. So first, when you come in, you want to give service, give yourself a chance to benefit from the Buddha's teaching first. Until you feel, oh, my life has changed. I have become a happier person because of the Buddha's teaching. So then you have the confidence. Now, this teaching that I'm propagating, this meditation that I'm propagating, will be benefit to others. So when you are convinced like that, then this is the first thing you fulfill in order to be a good Dhamma server. Because you cannot serve well if you don't see for what purpose you serve. If you don't see for what purpose you serve, you cannot see the benefit you are going to produce to others, then you cannot be fully convinced. So when we become beneficiary, we receive the benefit from the Buddha's teaching, then we become actually convinced that this is very important. Then secondly, we must have the love for people. When we say we want to give service, for what? For whom? Sometimes we forget in the process of giving service. We think, oh, this Dhamma is important, this Vinaya is important, the Buddha's rules are important. So, of course it's important. But when we don't realize that this Dhamma and Vinaya, the teaching of the Buddha, is meant to produce happiness and reduce suffering for others. So sometimes people can get into argument, debate, and even quarrel for the sake of the Buddha's teaching. This is wrong. Why should we fight for the Buddha's teaching and quarrel and make people suffer and make ourselves suffer and criticize this and criticize people? And if we do that, then we forget the purpose of us giving service is to bring happiness and to help people to reduce suffering. So this is the purpose of the Buddha's teaching. So if for the sake of the teaching we harm, we hurt, we offend people, then it defeats the purpose. So for that reason, this is important to have a true love for people. Then only we see the purpose of giving service. Then only we get the right motivation of giving service. This is the second thing. You must have a love for people, for all beings. Then the third thing is you must have the love for the Buddha's dispensation. Because when we give service, we want to share this Dhamma, this truth to people, we must have a love for it. Not only we think this is only for my benefit, we should also think this is for the benefit of others. In the Buddha's teaching, the Buddha in the sutta, the Buddha say, do not be the last person of the Buddha's dispensation. What is the meaning? Do not be the last person in the Buddha's dispensation. Means we should not only be receiving and then finish the story. If we receive and we don't share, then the teaching dies with us. But when we receive the benefit, we must have the love for people that I want to hand down this teaching for future generation, for more people, so that they also can benefit from the teaching just as I do. So this is important. So first you understand the working of the Dhamma, how is this going to help the people, bring benefit, bring true welfare and overcome suffering, produce happiness and higher happiness, pure happiness. So this is the first thing you know, you must have, you must know, you must be convinced. Then the second thing, you have the love for people. Then thirdly, in order to love people, to benefit others, we know the power of the Dhamma, the Buddha's teaching. Because people suffer when they don't see truth. People suffer, they don't see what is the good causes for happiness, what are the bad causes for suffering. They cannot know this. When they don't know, even though they want to find happiness, but they are doing actually harmful things for themselves, because not knowing causes and effect, the law of causes and effect. Now we know this Dhamma is very helpful. It's just like the light. When they got the light, they know how to walk correctly. When they are in the darkness, people don't see how to get out, how to walk the right path, how to find happiness. They don't know. So all beings, they need Dhamma. They need truth. They need to understand the reality and the truth of life. This is what Dhamma is all about. So you know that, then that's why we love this truth. Because we know how important this truth is for all people, for all beings. They suffer because of not having this truth. When they find this truth, they will find happiness. So because of that, we love this truth. We want to share this truth with people. So you have a strong compassion, strong wish to preserve the teaching, to spread the teaching, to share the teaching with others. So this is the third thing you should know when you come into Dhamma service. And then the fourth thing, know that this is not easy work. This is very important. If you imagine this is a very easy work, it's going to give me a lot of pleasure and not going to have challenge, then surely you won't be able to undertake this great duty of participating in the propagation of the Buddha's teaching. You won't be able to do that because you are expecting only comfort, not difficulties. But actually, from the history, from the Buddhist history, since the Buddha's time, it is always the case whenever we have something to share with people. Yes, the true teaching, the arahants, they are going around to share the teaching with others. Obstacles come. There is this thing called Mara, the devil, the evil forces. They are going to control. They are not going to allow these people to get liberation. The controlling power is there. Since the Buddha's time, this Mara is there. So this become obstacle, nature obstacle. This is one reason. It's actually there. Obstacle actually there. Since the Buddha's time, it is given in the text. And then secondly, it's because of the imperfection of people's karma. When people, they don't have enough merit, enough karma to receive the good things, and you want to give the good things to people when they are not meritorious, it is a very difficult work. It is very easy to help people who are meritorious, but it's not easy to help people who are not meritorious. So when people are suffering, are they having some bad karma? Yes. So that is the time, that is why giving service to help people is become a very challenging work. Because we are trying to help people who do not have very good merit, karma. Of course, some good karma people, very easy. But some people, sometimes you are going to encounter people who are in the low tide of their life. So we want to help them. It's not easy to help. So be ready for difficulty. So the third attitude is, I am ready for challenges. I am ready for difficulty when I in the course of helping people. And in order to do this well, in order to do the difficulty things well, we need to do it in a very professional way. I call it professional, means you must really be expert and really be a master in doing so. It's not easy. Even I find difficulty sometimes. That's why we are giving Dhamma leadership teaching course, Dhamma leadership course for all people who want to participate in giving service to the Dhamma. Why is it important? Because if you don't know, it's just like you want to save a person, very sick person, but you don't know how to save, you end up hurting the person even more. So people who want to save a sick person, you must really know your medical knowledge. You must really be equipped with medical knowledge and experience as well. So similarly, when we want to help people, we want to help the world, you must equip ourselves with the ability to help. In this case, Dhamma leadership comes in. What is Dhamma leadership? To lead with power of Dhamma, not to lead with the MBA knowledge, Harvard or worldly leadership. No. You see, when people lead with worldly leadership, they lead with tactics, not with truth. But the Dhamma leadership is you lead with Dhamma, using the power of Dhamma, the true heart, then to do. This is very important. So we have given a lot. This Dhamma leadership course, we have it. So some was already online, and some will go online. Recent one which I gave in China, it will be put online. So please go and watch the video and follow the notes, and so that you can learn. You can learn. But it's not easy. It's very concise. Sometimes can organize classes, and then you can discuss and share experience and check and ask questions about it, so that you know this. When we come together to give Dhamma service, there are two types. One, you serve as alone, as one person, then nothing to do with Dhamma leadership, directly with organizing other people, but still Dhamma leadership comes in because you are going to relate with another person, other people. So that when we come to applying Dhamma in our relation with other people, that is actually Dhamma leadership there. As long as you have two persons, you need Dhamma leadership. Husband and wife, you need Dhamma leadership. Father and son, you need Dhamma leadership. Teacher and student, you need Dhamma leadership. So this is because basically Dhamma leadership is very simple. When 1 + 1 must be more than 2. The benefit, the value must be more than 2. That means if you do your service alone, he do his service alone, okay, they produce so much utility and benefit. But when 2 persons come together and you work together, you must be able to produce benefit more than the sum of when you do separately. Then only it is worthy to come together. If you come together and more inefficient, then what's the point of coming together? What is the point of organizing ourselves? More trouble only. So in order to have 1 + 1 more than 2, that means you must know how to work it out in a harmonious way. Of course, we are going to have differences. Human being is not possible everyone same. We are going to have differences. How are we going to turn the differences into our advantage and not disadvantage? These are the things about Dhamma leadership. We are learning Dhamma leadership is all about to work things together and in a better way. That's why you have to learn. So make sure you learn and catch up with that, and then you apply. For example, how to conduct a meeting, how to do the brainstorming, how to invite for criticism, how to have a proper not fixed position debate. This is very special. This is not outside debate. We have a debate in the Dhamma leadership which we don't hold on to fixed position, unlike the outside debate. And then how to do decision making, wise decision making based on Dhamma wisdom. For example, alternative thinking, marginal thinking, etc. These are the important way how we can find answer as a group. So these are the process we go through so that we can work out efficiently as a team. So you have to develop that also. Dhamma leadership. And then apart from Dhamma leadership, then a lot of good qualities that we have to cultivate. And not only qualities, also we have to cultivate not only Dhamma, also karma. You must have a very good karma. If you don't have a good karma to serve, you cannot serve well. Two very intelligent people, but one has strong karma, one is weak karma. The people with strong karma can serve better. People cooperate better with the person with good karma. That's why we have to people who want to take care of other people. First, we have to take care of our Dhamma, our good qualities, and our karma. This is also important. So you have to prepare yourself for that. And then one quality very precious, very important is selflessness. Selflessness. If we do service with a selfish mind, for name, for gain, for reputation, for respect, then very soon we will be distracted. We will not keep our mind very pure and very upright in giving service. When we give service with a selfless heart, so that we really care for the welfare of others and care for the long living of our Buddha's dispensation. That's very important. Selfless heart. Then with love and compassion. Then with patience. Then with tolerance. And then with the ability to learn. You must have the ability, always love to learn, like to learn, and ever progress. Never be a Dhamma server or Dhamma worker thinking that, oh, enough. This much, I'm not going to progress. I've done enough. I've done 10 years, 20 years. I'm not going to change. No. We must always ever improve ourselves all the time. Make ourselves a vessel for Dhamma. That means our mind and body and speech be a vessel for Dhamma, so that it will be inspiring. If we as a Dhamma worker, Dhamma server living in the Dhamma world, if we cannot live a progressive life, how are we going to convince others that it is worthy for them to come to learn Dhamma? How can we convince people that they will receive true benefit when they come into the Dhamma? Only when they see with example, real life example, that they see the change in us. From people like bad temper to good temper. From lazy to diligent. From a lot of jealousy with broad-minded. Such thing. So we have to have a wish for ourselves to be a better person. But at the same time, while we are wishing ourselves to be perfect, we must have the kind of perfection to endure imperfections. We must be ready to tolerate, to endure, to embrace people's weakness. Because we cannot expect a Dhamma world, everyone come in here, they are angels. It's not practical, that's not true. A monastery, a Dhamma world is meant for people who are suffering, meant for people who look to improve themselves. So people who want to improve themselves, of course they are not perfect. If they are perfect, they are the Bodhisattvas, they are the Arahants, they are like the Buddha, then they don't need Dhamma anymore. They are already the Dhamma. So the reason that people come to look for Dhamma, because they lack the Dhamma. So you don't come in here and accept everyone is perfect and be so intolerant of other people's mistakes. We must be humble enough to recognize that we are not perfect, and we are together as brothers and sisters, as imperfect persons, and we come together, we help each other to perfect each other, to help each other to perfect themselves. So this attitude is very important, because without this humility, and we use a high judgment, whatever we learn in the Dhamma, we use it to judge other people, then we become intolerant of other people's mistakes. Then how can we have a peaceful learning together environment? It cannot. So we must be ready. My company in the holy life, they are going to make mistakes. My teacher will make mistakes. Myself will make mistakes. So in this way, we become a very realistic to life. We have a realistic attitude towards life, that life is imperfect. People who can regard life as imperfect, they are more perfect. People who cannot accept imperfections, they become very imperfect. They become so intolerant, so hateful, so judgmental, so critical of others. So this is very important. Then be ready to serve and get a lot of criticism. Because Dhamma work is like that. You give a lot of good work, still people criticize you for not doing good enough. In fact, that's very good for us. Because of that, we develop a lot of wonderful merits and parami. So don't blame. In the Dhammapada, the Buddha say, if someone let you discover, point out your mistake to you, you should cherish that person as if he's someone who point out where the treasure is. You know why? Because only when we see our mistake, we see how to change, how to transcend, how to progress. If we don't see our mistake, that's very difficult to know what are we going to improve. We come to the Dhamma world to make ourselves a better person. But if you don't know what are the things that make us a bad person or not good enough, then we don't know how to be better. So this attitude we must have. Realistic attitude. And that's why we must have this humility, willing, easy to be corrected, willing to listen to advice, and even when people advise us in the bad manners, we should thank the person also. and try to see whether there's any truth in that. Actually, when people criticize us, there are two possibilities. One is something wrong with us. Then we thank the person for their criticism to us, whether it's done in a good manners or bad manners, it doesn't matter. What is important is this true. Secondly, the criticism may be untrue, but still it tells us something. When people find trouble with us, it tells us something. Something we do directly or indirectly make the people unhappy. But also there's another possibility. We did nothing to make people unhappy, but the person unhappy with us just because of we as a being. Why? Maybe because of past karma. Maybe the person quarrel with the wife or quarrel with the husband and unhappy, and just look at you. You happen to be bad, But it doesn't matter. Whether reasonable or unreasonable, it makes us a better person when we endure and exhaust our bad karma. So with that attitude, we give our service. That's very important. In fact, this is the opportunity for us to train ourselves, to test out our Dhamma power, how good we really can apply Dhamma. You see, when you only sit down there and meditate, it's good, but it's untested. When you really give service, that is tested. You see or not? So, do it happily, enjoy your challenge, welcome your challenge, be grateful and thankful to the challenges that come your way, and tell yourself this is a good opportunity to be a better person, to be a good son and daughter of the Buddha. And this is a very fast way to be a better person, to build up our character and develop our character. So when we have cherish this opportunity, let us also share this opportunity with other people. And also, if we are ever improving, people feel easier to tolerate our mistake. If we don't change and you don't improve, people find it very difficult to tolerate. People say, how can I tolerate this person's foolish mistakes? But if we are changing, even though we make mistakes, we are better and better, be a better person. So people will look at us, never mind. He will change, or she will change. The person, he made this stupid mistake. He has this bad character. But no problem, he will change. He has been changing all the while. He will change. So this is a kind of hopeful attitude people look at us. If we are changing people, humble. And also be ready to rise up wherever you fall. This is important. Sure, we make mistake. If you don't do anything, you will never make any mistake. If you don't do work, people, the more you do, the more mistake is likely. It's likely for you to make more mistake. Sure. But be ready when you make mistake, you get up, rise up again. Leave everything behind. Move on. This is how we should do. And come out again and again. Give yourself a fresh start every moment, and give other people a fresh start. Forgive, learn a lot of good qualities, forgiveness and kindness, things like that. Okay? So I hope, I wish you all enjoy your service and be happy in giving service and be a better person and grow in the Dhamma. And may all of you, with the power of Dhamma, always can overcome all defilements and causes of suffering and cultivate a lot of good causes for happiness. And also learn to make wish. Always make wish that let me be a good vessel of the Buddha's dispensation, and let all those who see me, all those who see, who hear, who come into contact with me, and who think of me, because of my virtue, because of my love, because of my change, because of my Dhamma power. Because of that, may they develop faith towards the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. So always make such a wish. Then we remind ourselves that we will be a better person. We want to, because it's important for their faith. When people have faith in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, their life is moving towards the light. That's why the faith in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha is very important. Okay, so I wish you all the best and good health and happiness and peace in your service.